we have our decider match. Starting off on the sandy, desert-like grass one. Once again, this is BaltiCup season finals. Best of, the top 16 most participating players have been invited. And once again, we are going to actually, you know what? Let's start with the homeboy, the hometown boy. Our wonderful loco toss in the bottom right side. It's Rombuzz, representing CSO ESPORTS.
Then in the top corner, in red, we have Qoobic representing Team Horse.
Actually, I don't know what Team Hearst is, but as far as I know, they are a Russian clan. So let's see once again if Rombuzz will be able to just overpower Qoobic, or if the journey for Rombuzz is going to end right here. Let's hope not, honestly. Let's hope not. Obviously, it would be nice to see Rombuzz in the playoffs, just eliminating 2 Zergs at once. And then, I'm not sure who he will be facing, as I didn't look at the other groups, to be honest. Like, the other group, sorry. Because Group D has been played, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we do see a pool before gas again.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah, once again, it's going to be just about the same.
Play might be an earlier layer.
Yeah, like the roach play from like the second game, I suppose that should be the thing. And Rombuzz is gonna go for a proxy, if I'm not mistaken. At least it looks like it. So
that, and it's also a good the proxy you can't really put there, because the Zerg player will scout it if he takes his third there. So he's just checking probably the timings of what time he put down his third hatch.
Okay. Yeah, that's also true. Ah, yeah, he did that actually. He actually did that, yeah. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Honestly, I just thought that Rombuzz is gonna try something dirty to get like a mental edge, you know, in the first game of this best of 3. Okay, once again, the drone, the probe is going to move and just see that there is no third base yet. Okay, he's going to, I believe he saw that there is drones here, so he should be rest assured that this is not a link flood. I mean, technically, it still could be if you see like 1 or 2 drones.
The thing is, the link flood won't. Yeah, well, with that, obviously, metabolic boost would be the way going.
Yeah, but Rombuzz doesn't know about it. Like, Rombuzz doesn't know if this is like Roach Warren or something else.
But he does see the 2 gases get put down for the Zerg players. So that information, you know, you can assume it's going to be Roach play.
Ooh, okay, he's going to see these. Oh, it did not click on these. Interesting. And funny thing is that Qoobic actually just put down the Roach Warren and this whole thing a bit later. I'm not sure if Rombuzz... Okay, sees the lair that it is finished. It's gonna take down like 2 or 3, maybe 3 drones if he's lucky. No, never mind. He's going to target fire auto fire the queen. Ooh, that's a supply block on 46. If you're a Protoss player, then you pretty much feel bad for it. Yeah, it's kind of a painful, it's probably the most painful supply block. Usually when before you take the third base. No, it's not 2 base all in Legoland. This has been the genre of Qoobic for pretty much all tournament long. So Qoobic was playing fast layer, fast Roach Warren and +1 missile with a later third. And a lot of roaches and a couple of lings in the beginning. So, but after that, he just macroed, went into Hydra Den, went into whatever he had to do. We even saw some Swarm Host play as well. Versus Terran, versus Makers. So, oh, there we go. Second Evo and Hydra Den. So basically, if you want like a really confusing build order that could work out on ladder, probably this is one of the things that could work. Okay, Rombuzz will scout that there is a lot of drones just long distance mining from this third base.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see that Hydra Broodlord play again, eh?
Most possibly later on the Broodlords,
Yeah.
if we get there. If we get there. Let's see if Rombuzz has anything to do about it. We have the Twilight coming in.
Robo's also.
We have a second Void Ray. Oh yeah, Robo. Okay. Oh, that's not that much of a later of a Robo, but yeah, I'm kind of afraid of Rombuzz's economy right now. I don't think he was kind of skipping probes at some point, if I'm not mistaken. At least looks like it. Maybe just stop probing just to see what happens.
Still, if you look at the Zerg is still not fully saturated. He's just over, well, 3/4 saturated on his third. So Rumble should overtake soon. See on his third, yeah. Okay, fourth actually is being put down now for the Qoobic.
Yeah, just like pretty much the same that happened before. So let's see if Rombuzz learned his lesson. And if you can just defend this.
Robo facility is also currently being built, so it's charge being researched. Quite a bit of pylons just went down, so we're going to see some gateways obviously later stage going to be placed down there.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. I think that is pretty much like he doesn't want to get supply blocked anymore. But look at this. He just put down those pylons and is close to supply blocking once again. It's amazing. We need to like warp in and just make 2 pylons depending how many gateways. Problem is he only has 4 gateways, and now gateways 5 and 6 are going to finish, but that is still not exactly the best gateway count. You need like I think 10 at least on 3 bases. I mean, you can go up to 10. 8 at least, I would say 8 honestly, as you have your third base saturated. 8 and some tech, just to be sure. Makers, thank you very much for the follow. GG's on your series. Quite interesting mech playstyle. You can watch the VOD. We try to not be too critical of it. Obviously, I'm not too big of a fan of mech, but yeah, well played. As a caster, I can appreciate it. So
Disruptors are coming out now, going to stop popping out soon, but Qoobic has started to go to half tech now.
ooh, yes, there's a lurker then.
Just got place. Yeah, Hydras is spawning. I see Rombuzz is researching Blink. And there's is that the second forge? It's been placed now. First forge.
Okay. Oh, the first. What is the first forge? No. Oh no, that is so late. That is extremely late, and Rombuzz will just mass expand, and that is not the play that you want against this playstyle, in my opinion. Well, not mass expand, I guess.
This time, what I would do, like I say, my main is not Protoss, but to me, I feel like I would have just put a pressure on Zerg, because you don't want Zerg to consume. Once they consume and they hit that 80 drone market, you know, the Remax button, you know.
Yeah.
Remax button and F2. It's
easy.
It's not that simple, but you know how the memes that goes and the 8-click meme goes about Zerg, but yeah, you generally want to put pressure on Zerg, take out some drones, keep them always on the back foot.
Have you seen the meme on Reddit where it's like Terrans and Protoss losing their main army, and they're like, oh no, and meanwhile Zerg losing their army. Anyways, it just continues, Once again, we have that interesting triple spine on the outer bases, so it's going to be safe.
No, and range for lurkers is being researched, so we might see a greater spire coming up soon.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, the VOD is going to be published after the stream, and I am actually gonna post the games on YouTube as well. I keep forgetting to record, so I'll need to download the VOD. I didn't want to record everything at once, but I guess it should have been a better idea. I'll make sure that the playoffs, maybe the group stage, well, let's see how it's gonna go. But in the meanwhile, we have a couple of lurkers just sieging up this forward base of Rombuzz. And this going down is going to spell kind of like death sentence, in my opinion, as these Hydras are going to be burnt up by those Colossi, but obviously Disruptors would be the real answer, and of course Carriers should be out and whatnot. Ooh, one Colossus just suffers a Disruptor shock.
Oh, that was a bit of friendly fire there.
Yeah.
Seismic spawns are done, so yeah, that extra range for that Lurkers is there. And that's a critical choke point where those Lurkers are going to be borrowed next.
Oh yes, I think it's going to be between the natural and the third base, or sorry, not even the third base. Oh, they're just going to cut off the army, I think. Yeah, between the natural and the third, I guess, or the third itself, one of the two. Basically just to hold down two. Yeah, nice disruption balls there, but yeah, honestly, I don't know if this is enough. Oh my goodness, more lurkers. That's 16 lurkers on the map right now. Oh my god, look at that. Just look at those spikes, man. Oh my lord. Good gracious. And the range, of course. It's huge on those lurkers. Okay. Oh, one more disruptive ball. Nicely softening up a lot of those lurkers. Battery overcharge is not going to help at all. A couple of lurkers being cleaned up, but this is quite late, honestly. And I think Rombuzz just suffered too much damage here. Yep, there's the GG.
GG's called. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was explaining. You know, if you give Zerg time to take up against, you know, Protoss, yeah, it's a bit of a problem, especially with lurkers involved. And you know, the genuine method of responding to that, you know, you're gonna have to transition into Skartos as a stage to deal with that, those lurkers. You know, just to force least that by that time. So with that going on, you know, obviously the Zerg will start building corruptors, and you'll see some lurker corruptor and viper play with it.
All right. Which one is the second map? Babylon. Ooh, that's even a short map, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll see that good old speedling, road speedling all in.
Babylon, very interesting map, especially if it's a PVZ.
Yeah. Okay, we have one ready, and we have two ready, and we're going to go into Babylon. Yeah, it could be the case, Legoland. Problem is, normally doesn't make any sense to play like this. It confuses your opponent, and that's the advantage, in my opinion. But, anyways, let's present our players. Origin, take it away.
So in the top corner, we got, so in the pink, we got Rombuzz representing CSO.
Let's hope he can bring it back at least one game. And his opponent is going to be for Team Harst, the weird play-styled Qoobic.
Yeah, Miles, it's, lurkers, they're dangerous, as we saw in the previous game.
Yeah, but
And
how
when
you
they
get to
bunch up,
lurkers, you know?
yes.
Because
And
normally I
lurkers,
don't see. Sorry, yeah, go on.
lurkers, you even mentioned, they're only really strong once seismic spawns. So, that's tier 3 to get seismic spawns. I can understand what would be OP if you can research seismic spawns on tier 2 already. Then that
Oh
would be
yes.
crazy.
Oh my lord, no, that would be really really broken. Honestly, everybody would play lurkers with a timing or something, in my opinion.
We do see a gas before pool this time. So, yeah, Miles, you might be right. You might call. We can see that roach pressure with the speedlings, huh?
Could be, honestly. Small map, well, I would say it's a good build. Especially that I think, yeah, this is a. Oh wait a second. Okay, this is a faster gas, right? I didn't even
Yes.
pay attention to it. No, honestly, going Skytoss is not going to help Baltar. Problem is, Qoobic is making too many Hydras. He loves Hydras. He just bathes in Hydras, basically.
I think Storms would be a better DPS regarding to that. Some Storm play, since there's so many Hydras on the field.
Yeah, the problem is, it's kind of coin flippy that there were so many lurkers last game. Storm is not that great against lurkers. You need disruptors against it, or Skytoss. I think Storm Carrier would work just fine against this, but you need to be really really careful where you engage.
Oh, if you can hold the position with Storm Carrier and, to set up flank points, like proxy pylons, so run by pylons, you throw Dark Shrine, really tip the game from the backwards of the Zerg player. That can benefit you. Especially if this type of style is like a very tanky style of Zerg.
Look at that. There we go. There's the roach play. Ooh, will Rombuzz see it? Ooh. Oh! Oh, did he see it? Did he see it? No, he didn't! Oh no! He needs to go behind the mineral line somehow. He needs to go behind the mineral line.
So,
If he doesn't scout it...
play.
Yeah, if it doesn't scout it, this is going to be... This is like a macro hatch. Okay, once again, let's see. Okay, he sees it, he sees it. Alright, oh, okay, he finishes. So, now he knows what he's dealing with. Okay, go straight into Void Ray. I like that one. That's going to help a lot, in my opinion. And now he's going for second pylon and the shield battery as well. Obviously, the roaches are not going to come just now. A single link is going to go out and scout.
Correct there, Legoland. Man, you can't let him skip units like that. So yeah, I do agree there.
Yeah, like I always tell him that he should just not be that afraid. Like he needs to play without that much fear, because I also did this and I was like afraid of Zerg, and I didn't bother the Zerg to actually make some units, force out some units. He got to that critical drone count and basically just all in me or just out macroed me because of the better income. And I was like, should I make units? Should I make drones? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need to have balls of steel and just go with your gut feeling, and you're like, okay, now I'm going across the map and I'm fucking killing you.
It is, to me, Zerg is like one of the real macro races, because like I said, you can select all of, if your injects are on par and you have the sufficient drone count to back up with that, it's yeah. So that's why I always tend, even if I off race and I play against Zerg, I tend to always try to keep pressure on Zerg, because otherwise they will run away from you at a stage in the macro game if you don't keep that pressure and that.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh no. So basically, Rombuzz, what Rombuzz doesn't know, the all-in is not coming. The all-in is not gonna come. So this is going to be the same Hydra play that happened, and Rombuzz is not scouting. Now, this is the most crucial mistake that you can do. You see basically everything, and you don't scout it. Like you don't scout the follow-up if it's gonna be like the whole thing or not. Oh my goodness, cranky ducklings! Whoever was on that stream, I guess it's Light VIP. Thank you very much for the huge raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, thank you very much for the follow. Let's go. Huge shout out to the cranky ducklings. And to Light VIP as well. Nice. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to tab out. I need to tab out. Okay, there we have two shout outs. Hopefully the second one is gonna come in as well. Thank you once again for the huge raid. Alright, Origin, we got the crowd now.
Yeah, I see. So.
No pressure.
Thank you, Ducklings and Light VIP. No pressure. No
pressure. I guess there's more pressure on Rombuzz than on us. So we have a weird game of Z. Oh yeah, Z. I guess we call it ZVP because the Zerg is the dominant one here, and we call it the weird sides from the Zerg perspective. As yeah, the opener was quite interesting. I guess the scouting that there's no third base was basically the call to keep macroing.
Yeah, that was the crucial part. I think that on Qoobic's mind when he saw Rombuzz sent that shade across and scouted that Roach Warren, just to fake it and yeah, carry on macroing. So that set Rombuzz behind regarding when to play Stun East.
Going to bed? Yeah, it's quite late on your side of the world for sure. Thank you once again for the huge raid. And yeah, raiders. What you need to know about this one? This is a invitational tournament. Baltar organized the Season 2 finals based on who attended the most tournaments. We have 16 players. Some of them even attended 8 out of 9 of the monthly tournaments. So huge shout out to Baltar for organizing such things. And yeah, we have the group stage currently, and we're going to have a super long day ahead of us. This is, despite it's Group C, this is the first group. So we had some mech games, obviously like 20 minutes apiece at least. CSO will have another player after all. Yeah, that's also true, Legoland. Rombuzz is too passive. I think he's just too afraid. And if we saw like a couple of seconds ago, there was... Oh, that's what you mean. So Timek will replace Riba. Okay. So we're gonna have a TVT over there, if I'm not mistaken. Legoland versus Timek. But, yeah, what I was gonna say is... Rombuzz is quite passive right now, and he goes straight into like Void Rays and Disruptors. I don't know. This doesn't feel right. Obviously, he's almost keeping up with the worker count and the army supply, but yeah, it's going to be quite difficult. Now, +2/+2 will finish, as well as +2 attack for the Protoss, but the problem is the Zerg is consuming the map constantly, so...
Yeah, the Zerg is just taking bases, spreading the creep, I
There's
think he's just waiting
attack.
now. Yeah, he's just waiting for a few upgrades, I think, and he's gonna move across the map soon, Qoobic.
Okay, we have no seismic spines yet, and adaptive talents are going to be researched. a bright ray of light here for Rombuzz, something to hold on to. Obviously Hydras are not going to be that scary. Oh wait, Legoland is tossed. Never mind. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I realized that you're Terran, but whatever. My bad. Oh, that's a huge stasis. Oh my goodness, that's huge. That's huge stasis. Okay, once again, Rombuzz is going to move forward. And I think at this point, this is going to be really, really tough for Qoobic to do something about it. Obviously, these are not dead. Okay, let's see the time disruptor shots. Okay. Beautifully done here by Rombuzz, just smashing the army supply of Qoobic. Ooh, one of those lurkers still doesn't go down. There is an observer, so there's no issue there.
Yeah, those were some good disruptor shots, and that was a brilliant status pulled by Rombuzz. You did clean it up quite nice, but I see you're in production again as 13 Hydras, so we're going to see probably some more lurkers more. There we go. But so we're going to be a bit less than the previous amount of lurkers.
Yeah, that is true. Like, everything that Rombuzz can take, he will take right now, and he finally just moves out. What is this? 10 disruptors. If Rombuzz can just keep up with this whole thing, then I guess he has a chance. Finally, he just does something, but hopefully it's not too late. Also, 16 Squad Sensei, thank you very much for the follow, as well as the cell. Hello there.
Seismic Spawns had just finished up now. Yeah, I was going to think, but I think Rombuzz, you know, he has that sniff of blood now and he wants to go for it.
Oh, okay. Once again, we're going to see... the problem is, I would love to see Rombuzz expand on the other side of the map, you know? Not to make the mistake that he did against the... Well, the same player, actually, against Qoobic in the first series, second game. Because obviously there he had also a lot of sick disruptor shots. And once again, beautiful disruptor shots. A bit unlucky that those lurkers did not finish, so there was a bit of return to the bank. And now actually Rombuzz is looking really, really solid right now. There's no gas on the Zerg side, Origin. And the run-by is actually gonna do miracles here. Oh, but he needs to target down that hatchery. That would be important.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely, but you're going to see it against not morphing again, the lurkers, but he is taking the busy destroying Qoobic space to the north. It just destroyed it. So yeah, I think in this situation a few run-bys on a flank would actually help Rombuzz, or actually benefit Rombuzz a lot. Because what I'm noticing with Qoobic, where his army is, wherever the Rombuzz is attacking, his army shifts there. So yeah, there can be most probably that's all on one hotkey now.
Yeah, most likely. Oh, the instant recall on those disruptors is not. He's not gonna try to just squeeze them through these spine crawlers.
But carriers are in production now, and +1 air weapons is in research.
And the Dark Shrine. Hopefully, Dark Shrine is going to be the saving grace as well. I would expand in the top right side if I was Rombuzz, because that is closer and you can just run by towards the lower ground. Sorry, the south side. And on the left, of course. So that should be the vulnerable base, but the problem is there's a lurker already here, there's spores, so DTs are not going to be that big of a threat with 3 spine crawlers. And look at this, static defense extraordinaire. It is Qoobic. Okay, and once again the Blue Lords are here. Yeah, but actually the thing is, like they were started, the carriers were started a bit earlier this time, so I guess it's going to be a bit better for Rombuzz, and 3 carriers are going to warp in at a time. And we also have the triple upgrades for those carriers. Oh, but you... Oh, no, don't donate them! Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your carriers like that, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, single carrier remaining for the time being. Oh, but beautiful disruptor shots.
What's going to be key, yeah, for Rombuzz, if you can keep those carriers alive enough, clean up these Hydras, and, you know, then clean up the brutes.
Yeah, but it's going to be mighty tough, honestly, because there's constantly Hydras in production. Qoobic has stabilized in terms of economy. That's a problem here for Rombuzz. Now he's trying to expand. But look at this, 8k, 3k in the bank, and he cannot really do anything. In this situation, I would actually try to just sacrifice a couple of units, or maybe, what does he have here? Like, Zealots are not going to be too big of a threat here for those Broodlings. I would actually grab some of those Zealots, at least like 4-6 Zealots, and just go for like a base somewhere. Okay, battery overcharge is being used here. Oh, but these Broodlings, man, this is crazy. The free units. The free units.
Yeah, the free units.
Okay, decent
Good
disruptor shots. I mean, it was the same song playing in the first series, right? And Rombuzz was looking like taking the game and stabilizing and whatnot. But this time, Storm is being researched. I almost forgot about that when I saw it on the production tab. Oh, and this time around, this army is actually getting cleaned up. Beautifully done. And there's enough Void Rays. If there's gonna be Corruptors showing up, then it's going to be enough. And Rombuzz should just expand. Once again, just expand, expand, expand. That is the key here, Rombuzz. Expand to the bottom left and expand to that 12 o'clock position. There we go.
Correct there, Miles. And he also has the bank, so it means he's traded very efficient with those engagements there that happen.
Yeah, still maxed out.
You know, got a hero disruptor there. Or had a few Euro disruptors there, so I think yeah, you traded very, very efficiently in those engagements there. Yes, a base was lost, but yeah, it didn't really hurt his army as bad, huh?
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lurkers. Interesting that this is a lurker switch. Like, yeah, there's no disruptors in production, and maybe now there's going to be a couple. Okay, there it is. Honestly, at this point, I would just add gateways, gateways, gateways as well, and just spam like zealots or something. Look at this beautiful beautiful static defense here by our Polish Protoss player.
And then on the south side, yeah, base got taken up by some T-ran bars, so, and 11 drones.
Oh yes, that is actually really good. And now the F2 is real, and these situations should be the ones that actually Rombuzz just realizes all the armies on the bottom side and he needs to go in. Okay, now he starts going towards somewhere, but oh, he's indecisive. No. Okay, never mind. He needs to just rush towards... Oh, he might need to recall. He might need to recall. Is this going to be enough for... No, actually cannons are going to be outranged. Okay, interesting. Well, still going to be enough because the lurkers are really, really tanky. They have +3 carapace, so... Okay, decent shot.
There is a decent shot there.
If he could just clean up a couple Hydras here, he could just take care with the air toss army. He could take care of the lurkers. Problem is, once again, the base is lost, and Rombuzz is not really taking another one. Disruptor versus Lurker Broodlord versus Lurkers is decent, but there's more Hydras. The problem is there's a lot of Hydras. Look at this, there's constantly like a lot of Hydras. Like 6 more Hydras in production and morphing 6 Lurkers from those Hydras as well.
I think those carriers can actually clean up those Hydras there.
Yeah, there's not enough in the front now. There's not enough in the front now. The problem is he needs to be careful not to lose the Observer. Because if he loses the Observer, then it's going to be kind of a bad situation for Rombuzz. There's... Oh my god, no wait, never mind. There's only a single Observer and the Observer is not here. Where is the Observer? Okay, now it's moving across. He doesn't have Observer speed. Why? I don't understand that. Oh, he's out of money as well. Just warp in Zealots, Rombuzz. Just warp in Zealots. Oh, the Lurkers are moving into the production, and +2 is not looking like it's gonna finish. Okay, decent shots. There's 2 observers right now. Okay, and +2. Okay, +2 for the carriers will finish up, looks like it. And now Zealots, well, I guess better than nothing. This base is super empty. There's no static defense. He just needs to do it. My god, 3 drones. 3 poor drones are being stuck on the battlefield. And now the zealots are moving across, but oh, this is not the way you want to do this, Rombuzz. Well, the problem is I think Rombuzz is close to falling apart. And the problem is whoever is the aggressor has a better time because he's not on timer, you know? He just he can just put the pressure on and that's it.
Yes.
Okay, what I think the only thing that's missing is like a Hydra then.
Hey, some mistaken drones got rallied across the map there.
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah. And now this Nexus is gonna get taken down, and that is quite bad because if you want to remake those workers or try to make more, it's going to be really, really tough. This base is still not being taken out. That is really, really annoying. And as much as I hate to say it, if Rombuzz doesn't want to, like... I'm not going to brag about it, but I would have ended the game a long time ago. And I think you know why I'm saying this, Origin. You were on the receiving end of my endless run-bys.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, turn it over on your opponent, turn the game around. It's also, like I said, just good scouting. So, like in this game situation, I know it's hard under the pressure and all of that. Do I also take that into consideration for the other players? But yeah.
Oh my god, Rombuzz is only mining base, 14, 18 drones, probes going down, 24, 25, and he's losing all of his mining right now. This was the only base that was mining properly, and yeah, this is getting taken down, and I think we're going to see GG once again. Well, I don't really see how Rombuzz is going to come back from this. I mean, the creep is at his front door. Every single base belongs to the Zerg, except for like this one. But yeah, it's really, really a painful game, and I'm so sad to see Rombuzz lose this game because I know what he's capable of and I know what he's able to do, and yeah, this is not really it. This is not really it. Hopefully, whatever bothers Rombuzz, he's going to fix, and we'll come back stronger for the next time. At least I don't want to write him off, but this is pretty much Qoobic's game to lose. Like, we don't see any kind of run-bys. Now we see a single run-by, and yeah, I still see some kind of chance. Okay, nicely softening up those Hydras. Okay, Qoobic is actually kind of throwing away some damage.
If Rombuzz had a bit of gas, I would try and put sniping those overseers and try to throw those.
Oh no, there's a couple of drones going down, but at this point I think the hatcheries are the main thing that you should focus on. Especially that you have +3/+3 for the zealots, and even like +2 shield. Those are really, really tanky even against lurkers, a single lurker, might I say. So yeah, drones were taking down the 3/3 zealots, by the way, just saying. Still not much anti-air. Well, I guess the 38 Hydras are enough anti-air, in my opinion. Like, he needs to just soften up these Hydras, the Hydra count. Okay, 4 at a time is going to be a decent try, I guess, but this is still mighty, mighty tough. Like, he has no mining at this point. He has no mining at this point. He has some kind of small, really, really small bank of minerals that is going to deplete really, really soon as he tries to remake pylons and everything. So
yeah,
it's going to be really, really tough.
Now that's 9 workers versus 56. On the economy chart there. I suppose he has a bit of the bank still, but you know, it's only so long.
And he has 3 Nexi. He has 3 Nexi. If he could secure a base, I still see some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. But this is not it. This is not it. There's no DT blink either, so he cannot just dodge these. Single DT remains, and honestly, at this point, okay, one more round of Hydras and Lurkers are going to just push forward, and Qoobic just looks to get out of this Group C and just try to go into the playoffs. I mean, the time is on Qoobic's side, because he's still mining, so at this point he could just make lings and probably be happy with it. It's funny how there was no run-bys on both sides.
Yeah, no, it is. You know, usually in these type of matchups, you always see those soft flanks, run-bys, and all of that. But it was pretty much always like army versus army in this matchup. So happy.
Yeah. Okay, he's trying to clear the creep, but this is a really slow death, and Rombuzz sees that Qoobic is actually expanding to one of his former bases. I mean, look at Qoobic's income. It's like 2k, at least 2k for the past, like, what, 15 minutes? Or even more.
Yeah, no, time is definitely on Qoobic's side, Miles, here, and you know what, it doesn't matter how efficient you trade, yeah.
I mean,
your
look at
opponent
this.
has the majority of the resources he can throw and throw and throw.
Press L, please. Press L or Shift L. Press Shift L and look at that. Like, how much more gas can you throw? Like, the amount of tech units that Qoobic throw away is amazing. 20k gas, and that's 15k more resources lost for the Zerg. And we're talking about Hydras, Lurkers, not Lings and Banelings, okay? Let's just mention that. So that's how steady his income was. That's how uninterrupted the income was. And I hate to break it down to Rombuzz, but this is not it.
You know what, you shouldn't even let Zerg get to the Lurkers like freely as that. You know, like I said, even in a previous game,
there was no attack for like 12 minutes, Origin.
Yeah.
There was no attack for like 12 minutes. Like, the game started at like, what, 50 minutes or so, when the Zerg decided to like start moving across the map and whatnot.
It's like the same, like, let's reverse it. It's like messing up mass carrier, you know. If you let a Protoss do that, oh well, then you deserve to die if you don't have the right counter for it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be blunt as it is with that. And also to let Zerg, I would say, consume the map like that, it's insane. It's really insane. But yeah, yet again, it's also
9
the
bases
pressures on the players. So you know, on a psychological aspect, you know, pressures on people. You know, even me, you know, sometimes when I play this, you know, clan tournaments and that, you know what, you know, playing from a 1v1 or even a customs with a, you know, a teammate and that, you know, the pressure does change a person, how their mindsets and what they do within the game.
Yeah, finally Rombuzz will start cleaning up bases, but honestly, I mean, I think it's a little bit too late here. The problem is, let me put it this way: there's 14 bases on this map, if I counted correctly. Obviously, I'm not going to do maths loudly on stream, as I learned my lesson. Once again, I'm gonna mention that. But 9 bases belong to the Zerg. And actually, Qoobic will leave the game.
GG's. Well, mate, it looks like all those trades, you know, cost Qoobic then, huh? Because Rombuzz cleaned that last one quite up nicely.
I'm showing my camera on stream. Like, what? The hell happened? IDRA, is that you? That's IDRA GG, right? Oh my god.
Yeah. That is.
Oh. Interesting. But yeah, let's present our players. Spotting in the top left side, we have none other than our red Zerg, bit of an IDRA GG, and I'm going to root against him. I'm sorry, but we have someone else on the other side that I need to root for. Obviously, we'll stay unbiased, but nonetheless, it's going to be for Team Harst, Qoobic.
And them in the bottom side, in the pink, representing CSO, looking to come for their big comeback. We have Rombuzz.
See, you get the feeling of presenting players and everything, so you're scaling, you're going for the late game.
Yeah, late game. You know, it's kind of hard when you're an introvert, but yeah, it's getting there.
Of course. No, I honestly couldn't have wished for a better co-caster today, so you know what, this could be like some kind of you know, not like an everyday occasion if you don't feel like it, but every now and then I wouldn't mind it. Once again we have the gas filled up, and will we see that same build that we saw on the first series between Rombuzz and Qoobic?
Well, the possibilities are on the table. It's both pressures on both of the players. You know, as this is the ace match, and you know, everything they do, yeah, they're gonna have to make a count. So, wouldn't be, you know, the possibilities of that roach pressure with speedlings, it's quite high. Give and take also, it's Dragon Scales, it's quite a short map to from point A to point B, from base to base.
Yep. So I'm thinking more like maybe it's some kind of like, you know, frustration play that is also on the table, in my opinion. By the way, you can see that the chat is also agreeing that, well, Jackie at least, and I'm sure that nobody else has any issues. Otherwise, trust me, my chat is one of those chats, you know, they tell me if I suck, so
It's always good to have constructive criticism. Thanks,
Oh,
Jackie.
yeah.
But I see it's a bit of a earlier third for the Zerg, so it's about correct timing.
And we have the
about
Roach
2
one
minutes
as well.
40. So that looks like a macro actually. Looks like he's going to be committed to it there.
Yeah, I also think like it. Oh, and now Qoobic actually learned his lesson, so he put it in the main base. And the question is now the mind game, you know? The problem is now Metabolic Boost is going to finish up. And the problem is Rombuzz cannot really actually... Oh, that's a bit of a mistake here, because now Lings are... Where's the Lings? Okay, never mind, the Adept is going to go out. It's gonna take maybe... Oh, doesn't even... I think it didn't take any whole damage. Oh, but he needs to just get the hell out of here. Problem is now he needs the Oracle, or he needs the Void Ray to scout with it. I wouldn't mind if he would just send the Void Ray across, because the problem is once you see the roaches. Oh, and I don't think he's going to... Okay, never mind, he sees the roaches, so this is still not bad. I wouldn't mind another... Yes, okay. Another shield battery, another pylon. We need another pylon, I think. At least, like, next to those shield batteries. So, we're gonna have, once again, the really infamous build that Qoobic had, so... Probably is going to be like, nope, this time we're not going for that 28-29 minute game. Okay, pylon is gonna get... Oh, doesn't get taken down. Oh, but Rombuzz needs to be really careful, because if that pylon goes down, it's gonna get supply blocked. There's one pylon building somewhere. There's nothing to shoot up here. And time is on Rombuzz's side, in my opinion. Especially that Qoobic is trying to just all in everything. Wouldn't mind the chrono boost on the... what you call it? The gateways. Ooh, I wouldn't go out so far if I was Rombuzz. Okay, now droning has been started. Rombuzz needs to scout this, right?
Yeah, Rombuzz just must scout if the Dronian's been going, and just, you know, place his third. But yeah, you went a bit too far out there. Those rings are going to get us around on those stalkers. So yeah, it's going to clean the stalkers up.
Okay, a couple of adepts against these this high amount of lings. Okay, there's one more Void Ray over here, and this third base is not belonging to this this world. Obviously, Rombuzz needs to somehow just make it happen. The good thing is for Rombuzz that he is ahead by 12 workers, so there's going to take some time until Qoobic... Oh, and Qoobic is actually once again committing, so from one all-in to another one. Okay, no third base. Honestly, at this point, Rombuzz could just stay on 2 bases until he doesn't clean up this.
8 gates and Warp Prism to do the job, because he's not draining Qoobic behind us. Committing all Rombuzz has to do is just defend well, and you'll be economically ahead.
Yeah. And Qoobic is close to supply blocking and no Overlord coming up right now. He's obviously making a couple of drones here, but still like 13 workers more for Rombuzz, so he's saturating more than 2 bases right now, which is really, really good for Rombuzz. Okay, now we have 4 Overlords coming up for Qoobic. How many larvae? 13 larvae. That is going to be a bit of an issue here, but Rombuzz has some breathing room. The problem is these are mostly stalkers. I wouldn't mind more adepts being warped in, and Rombuzz is floating a lot of cash, so he should go for some tech. He should go for some kind of extra gateways. Like he could go up to 8 gateways off of 2 bases, and it wouldn't be that big of an issue. 10 if you do it well with charge lots and whatnot, but mostly like 8 is doable. 6 to 8 is like really, really good.
Correct there, Miles. Robo, I think a Robo would have benefited more, yeah, now going from down, get a Robo down, you know, come from a flank, because, you know, I see Zergus transition to tier 2, just add additional gases now, so we might see a Spire go down.
Oh yes, that is actually a possibility, but then we have the Stargate as well, so now there's 3 Void Rays and a couple of Stalkers. The Stalkers are, despite taking more damage from the Roaches, they are not the worst option against them, so they actually do more damage against Armored, so they sort of counter each other. Both of them, it depends on numbers, of course, and micro and whatnot. I think he can fight this. He can just fight this. This is not bad at all for Rombuzz. And Hydrogen is going to be the call. Obviously, it's really, really good against Void Rays. And honestly, the Hydrogen might not even finish Origin.
No, and as you know, 8 drones have been taken down so far. Oh, how's it, Tomek? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, no, yes, the full drones now. No, the Rombuzz should have this in the bag.
Yeah, this is going to be a super nice hold here. The refocus from Rombuzz looks like it's paying off. And now we're also heading into like double the supply count for Rombuzz. We have 2 pylons that need to be constructed. The problem is with this supply box, it's actually quite painful. But we have a couple of Lings also falling, and now he sees what he's up against. That's a couple of Hydras. That's not going to be too much. 5 Hydras are not going to out DPS 14 Stalkers and this amount of Void Rays. Of course, that's not going to happen in my opinion. Some Hydras come from behind as well, so even scattered, GG is the call, and Rombuzz, the sign from above Origin. This was a sign from above. He won that game. Now he has to win the tournament.
Well played, good plays from both players. Rombuzz got the final say over it, so yeah, you know, very good plays, and I think, yeah, well deserved.